Namaste. Let's go live on another bicycle live stream on Sunday, February the 16th at 6:46 a.m. 26 degrees. I've ridden 20 kilometers and it's great to be out on the bike for the third day in a row. Very grateful to the weather gods that this break in weather has allowed me to get back into one of my favorite forms of exercising. Actually, my favorite, which is followed by swimming, which is my second favorite, and probably walking would be my third. So a discussion came up yesterday, which was very important discussion, and I want you to think about this morning, and I want your thoughts on this, because it's actually very, very important. It affects all of us. The discussion came up around whether or not you can heal in the same environment that basically broke you, and this was, I could go through a long ramble of explaining that yes, you most definitely can heal in the same environment, but what I want to do is cut straight to the chase and explain how at the beginning, and then expand on it. So the question I'm asking this morning is, can you heal in the same environment that hurt you or broke you or whatever? The answer is most definitely yes. Not only can you, but it's absolutely essential that you do. And it's very easy to understand how you can when you realize one crucially important, usually overlooked fact, which is that it's not the environment that broke you or hurt you. When you realize this, when you have the life experience to integrate this as a lesson into your psyche, I guess you could say, when this becomes something that you just know deep within is the truth, then you realize the profound power of understanding that it is not your environment that hurt you. Your environment is unable to hurt you. Your environment does not have the power to hurt you. I've spoken about this before, and I'll speak about it again. Your external environment, to discern it a bit more clearly, does not hold power over you. However, your internal environment is the crucial piece of awareness here. It is your internal environment. It is what you give power to. It is what you believe in. It is what you were brought up with an understanding of, and the sort of the example, the environment. Actually, I'm using the word environment. It is the whole conditioning that you accepted as reality, as the truth. All of that is your internal environment. That is what you give power to. It is your relative truth, and it is what creates the thoughts that then become the feelings of hurt. So our external environment does not make us happy. It does not make us sad. It does not make us weak. It does not make us strong. It is how we react to our external environment. It is what we believe. So, go back to the question again. Can we heal in the environment that hurt us? Yes, because the environment didn't hurt us. It was not the reason for our hurt. If we believe it was the reason for our hurt, then we have given away our power in our beliefs. We have given away we have a misunderstanding, a limited understanding of how things work. And we have given this power away to a belief that we find happiness external of ourselves. And the opposite of that we also find hurt and sadness external of ourselves. If we live our lives believing this, we are always going to be subject to external forces, to our external environment. And we are not going to be at peace at all. It doesn't matter what environment we're in, because we are taking our internal environment with us, and we are not allowing ourselves to reach a state of peace because we do not have an inner peace. So why would we believe that our external environment is able to hurt us? Well, as I say, it comes from a conditioning, comes from a very, very strong conditioning, comes from a very strong indoctrination, a misunderstanding that is then passed down through generations. It's passed down through media. It's passed down through so many different ways of us being miseducated that it just becomes something we believe. It becomes a myth in the same way that the protein myth has been perpetrated for decades and decades, and people say, you've got to get your protein. It's like, actually, no, you don't. All foods have protein. We get too much protein, and there are many diseases because of the fact we get too much protein. And it's carbohydrates that are important. Starches. We are starchivores. We need carbohydrates and starches. So that's a whole different thing, of course, from a health perspective. But, you know, when people come up to me and go, where do you get your protein? If I don't reply with, where do you get your compassion? I'll reply with, please tell me, how much protein do I need? They've got no idea, because they've just been indoctrinated. This is my point, indoctrinated into believing something that someone told them, and someone had told the person before them, and someone had told that person, and someone had told that person. It had never been questioned. So let's go back to, and I'm going to repeat this numerous times so you get this in your head. Can you heal in the same environment that hurt you? Yes, most definitely, because it's not the environment that hurt you. What we have power over is our internal environment, how we reacted and responded to the environment that we pointed the finger of blame at and said, you hurt me, either to a person, either to a situation, either to God, either to whoever we want to be angry at, point the finger of blame. We are giving away our ability to grow. We are saying, well, I can't grow until this environment changes, until I get away from this environment, etc., etc. You can't get away from the environment that's in your head until you change the environment in your head. It's not the external environment that's the problem. There are so many examples of people that have grown up in environments of absolute poverty or adversity, violence, and have become such amazing role models and amazingly strong figures in history because of the way that they decided to react to their external environment with internal wisdom, internal peace, internal understanding. And so they took the lesson and they grew from the lesson. They didn't resent it. They didn't hang on to it. They didn't harbor an anger towards the situation. They understood it well enough to feel a compassion and an empathy if they were treated in a way that was not compassionate towards them. They understood that the person or people in the external environment that were acting in a way that was not particularly nice were doing so because they were completely lost. The people that were acting in a way that was not nice have the exact same need as we all do, which is the deepest longing for love, and they might be looking for it in the wrong place, and they are feeling, because of that, they're feeling incredibly frustrated themselves, incredibly angry with themselves, and they externalize that. And we can be in the firing line of that. But we learn with wisdom We learn, we see, we step back and see what the person is going through. We see, we feel for them. We understand, we say, I really feel for you. I wish that you could feel the love that you are not feeling at the moment. I wish that for you. And in having that ability to feel that for them, we detach ourselves from the inadvertent power that we were giving them over us, where we were holding them responsible for our happiness. So your external environment, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, whether it's maybe you feel you've been done wrong by something, by a business, by the weather, by whatever, it is up to us how we respond to that. That is our power, and we cannot be hurt by our external environment unless we choose to give it that power, to believe that it has that power over us. So I hope that this has given you something to think about. We are all capable of understanding by turning within and tapping into the eternal wisdom. We are capable of growth and compassion and empathy simply by reaching that state of peace within us through meditation that allows us to see what is really going on from the perspective of wisdom. So, yes, once more I will say, you most definitely can and will heal in the same environment that you felt that hurt you in the first place, because it wasn't the environment that did it. Have a great day. Live vegan and save lives. Ahimsa.